call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god. Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill up.
Okay, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to the Juggernaut Show. So, tonight I am here to review WWE Saturday Night's main event for December 14th, 2024. We had the return of Saturday Night's main event. And boy, oh boy, it was very a nostalgic show. Like it was definitely a throwback from the past. Because we had like on the turnbuckles last night, the whole setup, like was an old school feel. It's been since 2008 since we had a Saturday night's main event, which is pretty cool to see Saturday night's main event come back. They were at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island, New York, so that was pretty cool. But they had the old school WWE logos on the turnbuckles. The stage was nice. We also had Jesse the Body Ventura. It was like a breath of fresh air there, hearing him on commentary and stuff for the main event. But yeah, Saturday night's main event. Overall, my overall thoughts on the show, like it wasn't like the greatest show I ever seen, for this year. But then again, it wasn't the worst. It was like your average TV special. Because you had quite a bit of commercial breaks, and I kind of wish it did a little bit more picture in picture for some of these matches. But you had quite a bit of breaks, which that kind of took away from some of the matches a little bit. So it wasn't on your like level of like a big, PLE, but it was, a step up from like a Monday Night Raw. This was like basically a glorified house show, as some people may say. But overall, it was a very enjoyable show, for a Saturday night, to watch them wrestle on Saturday night. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's talk about this card here. So the show opens up with, so we got Sami Zayn going up against Drew McIntyre, and this was a pretty good opener here. Not bad. Kind of pretty much what I expected out of this match here. It was good to get people in. Like this was a good way to start off the show. Maybe people haven't watched wrestling for a little while, and they're trying to get into some of these characters like Sami Zayn, like a good, like a really good baby face, somebody to get like he's an underdog and people can get behind him. Or you got this big brute that is Drew McIntyre that loves to just dominate people and who's that old school heel. So it was really good. This was a really good way to open up the show. Like I said, throughout the night, a lot of these matches, they were going pretty good. I did just like, they got into like second gear, but they couldn't get out of that. Like for a lot of these matches, and a lot of these matches like were very quick. They're very short. And but overall, yeah, I thought this match was fine. Drew McIntyre, he's very dominant in this match. Sami Zayn, he tried to do, a nice little comeback in this match, but it just wasn't happening for him. Drew McIntyre hit his Claymore to end up beating Sami Zayn. And, we haven't seen Drew McIntyre on TV for a little while, since, the Hell in a Cell match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre at Bad Blood. And Drew, he wants to take out people. He wants to take out the people who's been working with Roman Reigns, which, he's starting with Sami Zayn here. He's probably going to go to Jimmy and then probably go to Jay because, like we saw, we saw this past Friday on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre took out Jimmy, so he's definitely going after people, from the bloodline, because they made Drew McIntyre's life a living hell, and who knows, they'll probably have in there a feud with CM Punk and then eventually get to Roman Reigns. But yeah, I expected Drew McIntyre to win here. It was a good match. Both guys worked really well together. Sami Zayn, I mean, he tried to do a nice little comeback. I mean, it was a good match. Good way to open up the show. I just wish we had a little bit more time in this match because it felt like it was rushed. All right. And then the next match we had was Liv Morgan defending the Women's World Heavyweight Championship against Io Sky. Once again, this is another situation like with a lot of these matches here. I mean, the match was good. You know, Io Sky and Liv Morgan, they have really good chemistry. But it's just like, it just never, you got fast pace going, and then, it, abruptly ends. It's like I want to see more. And like I said, we had commercial breaks in between, so like I said, that took away from some of these matches. But a big thing to take away from this match, that vicious knee that Liv Morgan took to the face, like she could have very well broke her nose, in this match here. Um, I mean, but Liv Morgan, she ended up retaining her women's world heavyweight championship by hitting the Oblivion, because Io Sky was going for the over the moonsault, but Liv Morgan countered that, got her knees up or got her foot up, and then she ended up taking advantage of that and hitting the Oblivion. So that was good there. And also, there were rumors in the night that, there was going to be like a big title change. There wasn't like really anything big that really came out of the show. I mean, except for getting crowning the first ever women's United States champion, the inaugural women's United States champion. That was cool. But out of that, we didn't really have anything like substantial, like anything like that's like making like this is a really big deal. Like I said, I mean, this match was fine here. Both women worked really well together. I like to see them have an air match maybe eventually. But after the match, we had Liv Morgan was celebrating at the top of the stage with Dom and Raquel Rodriguez, and then we had Rhea Ripley come out. So it looks like they're running that back because Rhea Ripley is not done with Liv Morgan by any means. So who knows? Maybe they have a match on the first Raw of the year, or maybe they do a match the next Saturday night's main event, or they do it at the Rumble. I think that they'll probably maybe set up something at the first Raw because they're trying to make that into like a big show, like a really big show. Like they're pulling out all the stops for that first Raw of the year on Netflix, which is gonna be groundbreaking. But yeah, Liv Morgan retains here, no surprise. So yeah, all right. Then the next match we had was Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest and Finn Bálor in a triple threat match. I gotta say, this in-ring wise, this was probably the best match of the night. This was some really good stuff here. I like the performance from Gunther in this match. Like he's building that confidence back. Because it seems like the way they've been booking up Gunther lately, he's been more of like a scared heel, like a chicken shit heel, who had his confidence was very low. But here, he was like, nah. He goes like, I want to have a match with both of these guys in a triple threat match. He wants to take both of them on because he hates that Finn Balor's been interrupting his matches, and he hates that Damian Priest has been interrupting his matches as well. So he decided to make a triple threat. He said, screw it, I'll take on all of them. And this was a dominant performance from Gunther here. Like all three men worked really well in this match. Like I said, really great in-ring action here. Finn Balor ends up taking a pinfall here. Ends up taking a power bomb. Also, that power bomb on the steel steps that Damian Priest took, that was a pretty nasty spot in the match. Yeah, I mean Gunther, yeah, he was just really dominant in this match. Yeah, it was a really, really good in-ring action match here, and Gunther retains the title, and we'll see where he goes after this. I think he's probably done with the Judgment Day. I would be surprised if he does like another feud with like Finn Balor, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Gunther retained the title. All right. And then the next match we had was the finals of the Women's United States Championship tournament. So we had Mia Yim or Michin, whatever you want to call her, going up against Chelsea Green with Piper Niven in the corner. Also, I love Chelsea Green's attire when she came out here. You know, she had a whole bunch of like her like Chelsea Green like on her like attire and like all in her hair and stuff. Like it was all about all about Chelsea Green. You know, it's all about herself. Um, I gotta say, hey, I'm happy for Chelsea Green. She ended up winning a singles title here in WWE. I gotta say, she's gonna make that title. She's gonna do some great stuff with that title. I mean, Mia Yim, like people are saying, oh yeah, Mia Yim would be a good first women's United States champion because she'll put on banger matches in the ring. But Chelsea Green, I mean, she's gonna do some great stuff like with that title belt as well. Like she's gonna really make that title like around her personality, which is gonna be cool. Yeah, Chelsea Green, she ends up winning here by hitting the unprettier on Mia Yim. I like the transition into her finisher. Like she was on top rope and then she flipped into it. That was pretty cool. Of course, we had some interference from Piper Niven in the match. Of course, that's how a lot of Chelsea Green's matches go. But yeah, both these women, they've been having, they had a match back, was it like September or sometime? They had like a dumpster match. But yeah, these two women really have good chemistry. And even going back to their TNA days or Impact Wrestling days, they had some really good chemistry in the ring here. But yeah, Chelsea Green ends up becoming the first women's United States champion here. Fun match. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy for Chelsea Green. That's my girl. I'm a big Chelsea Green mark because I remember a few years ago when Chelsea Green, she was like doing some NXT stuff and she like came up to the main roster. Like I marked out. I was there at this Raw, and like I marked out to see Chelsea Green because I've always been a big fan of her. And I'm finally happy that they're giving her the they're giving her the opportunity to become a singles champion. So that's a good thing. And it's gonna be interesting to see, people, challengers that face Chelsea Green, probably they'll have to go through Piper Niven first to get to Chelsea. So it's gonna be fun to see. It's definitely gonna be fun to see. But yeah, next match we had was the main event of the evening. We had Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against. So in the main event, we had Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. And from a storyline wise, this was some good personal stuff here. And also, Cody Rhodes coming out with the classic Winged Eagle Championship. I mean, it wasn't fully the classic Winged Eagle belt because they didn't have the old WWF logo. They didn't have the crack on the championship. Like it wasn't fully the the actual Winged Eagle Championship, but it was basically pretty much a replica of it. Which, hey, I bet Cody Rhodes is feeling like $1 million coming out with that championship, and I'm pretty sure that's just like a one night thing. I mean, I like to see that title stay around because that's a beautiful championship. That Winged Eagle title is amazing, amazing here. But yeah, we had Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens going at it here. Really personal feud because Kevin Owens, he doesn't like how basically Cody Rhodes turned his back, been teaming up with Roman Reigns and everybody's turning their back on KO, which KO's, he's technically right here. He's right. But yeah, this was definitely fun stuff. Towards the end of the match, we had a lot of shenanigans going on. I mean, there was one point where there was one referee bump in the match. I don't remember exactly how that first one happened. But yeah, the referee got knocked out. Kevin Owens hit a stunner onto Cody at one point. He actually had Cody pinned in the match, but Kevin Owens is going to use that as an excuse to probably get a rematch here with Cody. Yeah, because the referee was out, and Cody was just looking up at the lights, and he had him down for like 10 seconds. But then eventually we had another referee come down, and then Cody, he was going for like a was a disaster. He was probably going for like a Cody cutter, but instead he cross bodies the referee, and then the second referee goes down. And also on commentary, I want to mention like we had Jesse the Body Ventura. Like I love the interaction between Jesse the Body Ventura and Pat McAfee and like Michael Cole. Like it was just fun on commentary. Like I said, it was a breath of fresh air. Also there was one point in the match where Kevin Owens, he brought in a steel chair. He didn't end up using it. He attempted to use it, when the referees were down. He attempted to use it, but he didn't actually end up using the chair. Cody Rhodes was the one who used it though. He hit a crossroads on the chair, and then he ended up pinning Kevin Owens for the 1, 2, 3, and still the WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. So yeah, so there's definitely Kevin Owens is definitely going to have some, he's definitely going to have some excuses to make, like that he should be champion. He needs a rematch. And also after when the show went off the air, I kind of wish they would have showed this on TV actually. But Kevin Owens taking out, his frustration on Cody Rhodes again after the match, giving him a package pile driver, and taking the title with him. And you see Triple H and Kevin Owens, them getting into it. They both get into it. They get in a scuffle. Like that would have really drawn a lot of people in if they would have showed that, like them going off, off the air, and then you see Triple H and Kevin Owens getting into it. That would have really, got people going, like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. But like I said, there wasn't really anything really substantial, like really to take away, other than like I said, the women's, crowning the first ever women's United States champion. That was pretty historic. Other than that, everything was like I said, everything was pretty good on here. But yeah, it was a fun, night for. It was a fun Saturday night wrestling. It was really fun. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do, and it's gonna be nice to see them do this like in each quarter because next time we get Saturday night's main event will be at the end of January. So we'll see if they make some adjustments, like to the pacing or like, for like a 2-hour show, like with the pacing of the show. And then to see, maybe they bring Jesse the Body Ventura come back for each of these Saturday night's main events. That'd be cool because it was cool seeing him again, after 40 years. But yeah, that was my review for Saturday night's main event for December 14th, 2024. Go down in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought of the show. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time ever checking out my channel. And also turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So peace.